Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I said welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast with Andy Ruther and Joe Crano. Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Andy Ruther, coming to you live from Cincinnati, Ohio, with my co-host from New York, Joey No Chill Prano.
Hello, Andy.
Got the bed head.
That's right. Had no hairbrush last night. Just did the hair comb, the hand comb. Went to sleep.
I've never brushed my hair once
in your whole life.
Not once. Not a single time.
Well, I mean, at some point as a child, you brush your
like hair. Maybe a comb. I'm saying but no. Not.
Must be nice. Must be nice to have thin hair that just flops over. If you don't mess with it.
It's like it is what it is. As I, especially now as I get older, and it just keeps receding. I'm just like, I don't care. I chart out at what point do I just go the short bald cut? I'm planning my life. I'm like, probably around 50.
The short bald cut, bald.
Yeah, shorter bald. At what point as a dude do you just F it?
I don't know why more people don't do the Homer Simpson, the Hunter S. Thompson, just keep the sides and rock the bald top.
Oh man, no, you can't do that.
I think it's everything's retro now, so I think we got to go back to that at some point.
Are we in a retro stage?
Yeah, for sure.
Like fashion, like what?
Yeah, fashion, music, all things. I mean, the other day we were at Charlotte and I were in Brooklyn, and my old hood, which used to be the cool hood. There's an Abercrombie and Fitch there now. Abercrombie and Fitch is back, bro. And then I was like, now they're just doing refrigerator magnet poetry for jeans. It was super baggy low rise. I was like, super baggy low rise. What does that even look like? Is that just what is that what rap chicks were wearing back in the day? What are we even talking about here?
Yeah. It all just comes full circle, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But that doesn't affect me. We all know I buy my clothes at Costco.
Exclusively at this point.
and now that so I just discovered relatively recently that Costco does free shipping and free deliveries, anything over $75. Which
wow,
yeah, I mean, to get to $75 doesn't take. It's
that's of items that's coming from thing, or they'll bring you groceries and shit.
Everything now.
Wow.
So the other day I was like, we need toilet paper, we need paper towels. It's you just get those two things and you're like, oh, we're already at this much. My point is hitting $75 is, especially with how much expensive everything is now, that's not too difficult. Yeah, they'll do it all, but I'm not having groceries sent.
Why not?
I don't trust it cold like that.
Well, you don't have to do raw chicken or something, but
no. I'm bummed. They got rid. They had my favorite kombucha that they don't do anymore, man.
It's unbelievable.
That's my only problem with a Sam's Club or a Costco is they don't keep, they rotate.
Yeah. To whatever they get in bulk.
Yeah. So they had this one in a can. Only ones that I've seen that does cans and hums. And I'm like, I mean, it's great because it makes me feel like I'm drinking a beer, and probably subconsciously I say that. Like I don't really think that, but
Such a wild thing too. Just like some Costco kombucha, just like some kombucha and $1.50 glizzy.
yeah.
Some good gut health.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a whole thing. The $1.50 big old hot dog and drink. To keep that, I mean that's probably one of the best like business feats that you've seen with a brand.
Yeah, I saw a guy who had just the Costco CEO or owner or whatever, and the Arizona iced tea CEO, and it's like the only CEOs we're not trying to kill. Like
What's the Arizona guy?
Well, they have the 99-cent big cans, have forever.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've never messed with that.
You mean you've seen Arizona iced tea?
Yeah, of course, but I don't
Fuck with the big cans?
I've never bought one.
Wow. Never bought an Arizona iced tea, never combed his hair.
I still don't know how to put my I still don't know. I got to learn how to do girl hair. I'm still at that stage. Like, which is kind of embarrassing. I was almost 3.
I mean, what's there to do? You just brush it out.
Like my version of ponytails are not good.
Right. Okay.
Like I need a tutorial.
YouTube, dog.
No, I know.
It's got to be like a single dad YouTube page. He's like, I had to do my girl's hair for the first time.
Which I thought about doing. I was like, I should just do a video of me trying to do it, attempting.
Yeah. There you go.
I need to get her back on football. She's trying to fight me yesterday. I was like, it's Sunday and there's some good games. So Paw Patrol is not happening on this TV. So you got to go somewhere else. You got to go somewhere else. Go put up an 18th Christmas tree with mom.
I wish I watched Paw Patrol yesterday. I got punched in the dick by my NFL picks yesterday.
Bro, you remember how confident you were with the picks we did together?
Yeah, I was confident on a lot of the picks I made. Forget yours.
Wow, we went 2 out of 7 on mine. 2 out of 7.
Which 2 did we get?
We got the Giants at +7.5, and the Niners at -2.5.
Which is hilarious because I had the Giants +6.5 in a game in an actual wager.
We got screwed by Texans, Chargers, Vikings, Bucks, and Bengals.
Where do we start, Andy?
Chargers are frauds. We'll start there because they just screwed me.
Chargers are frauds.
They're frauds. Like you're a fraud. You're getting. You lose that game, whatever. You get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely destroyed. You're a fraud.
And they're 2 games up on the Chiefs in the West.
They are. And the Chiefs are not frauds.
And the Chiefs are not frauds.
No.
Wow.
In fact, we can kind of, we can jump around, obviously, but
all right. So Chargers are frauds. Let's go there. Let's start there. Chargers currently in a playoff position.
They are.
Okay.
Chiefs are not.
Right. So do the Chargers make the playoffs?
Without looking at their schedule, I'll say yeah.
Do they win a playoff game?
No. I don't trust them.
Chiefs, I believe, are 57% to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, why don't we just start here? Why don't we do this?
Feels like we're starting in the AFC West. Broncos, the 1 seed.
They are right now.
Frauds?
Good win yesterday. Very good win. Do I trust them in the playoffs? No. So I don't know if that makes them frauds. What I wanted to do with you is I wanted to take, since we have had such a open year, unlike one we've seen in a long time, as far as contenders, pretender, the team that everybody thinks, oh, nobody's going to beat them, whatever. I want to just go, I'll do it. I mean, you can do it too. My top 3 in order of teams I trust in each conference.
Okay.
And people might think I'm crazy. I still trust the Chiefs at number 1 if they make the playoffs.
I think you're crazy. Yeah.
You think I'm crazy?
But some people would say I'm crazy. I'll take the Bills at number 1.
Good luck with that defense.
Well, but here's the thing. In a league right now where we're seeing it's like the offense is not trying to, like, we both liked the Bucs yesterday. And it was simply a matter of Josh Allen and the offense scoring so many points that they still covered despite the defense.
Yeah. No, the Chiefs are basically losing all their one-score games this year, which they won last year. Conversely, the Broncos are winning all those one-score games. But if I'm going to do it, I'll just do it off the top of my head. If I'm going to do it, the 3 teams I trust most in the AFC, I'm going to go Chiefs, Bills, Broncos, because they're D.
And when we say trust, we're trusting them to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, confidence level for Super Bowl.
Confidence level.
Basically, this is a confidence poll. This is a confidence.
Top 3 Super Bowl picks.
I'm going Chiefs, Bills, Broncos.
Okay.
For the AFC.
Probably going. I'm probably going the same picks in a different order. I'm probably just going Bills, Chiefs, Broncos.
Okay.
Because I don't trust anybody in the AFC North. Obviously, forget the Browns and the Bengals. We've already decided that they should be retracted. I haven't trusted the Ravens the entire time, and have been proven right repeatedly over and over and over. Aaron Rodgers is hurt. So AFC North is out. You know what? Sorry. You know what? I'm going to change it. I'm going Bills, Chiefs, Patriots. Bills, Chiefs, Patriots. I had to go to the East there for a minute. We've been talking about my Vrabel boner for however long. I'm going Bills, Chiefs, Patriots. I'll take in a coin flip.
Can I change?
Okay.
I'm gonna go Chiefs Bills,
Patriots.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, and apologies to any Patriots fan. I kind of forgot about you guys, truthfully.
Well, I kind of did too, and then
I kind of forgot about you guys because you played Thursday.
I was going division by division, exactly.
Yeah. You played Thursday.
I was going division by division, but I'll take Vrabel and a quarterback. I think they have a better coach and quarterback than the Broncos.
I agree. Okay, now that we have brought up the Patriots again, apologies to the Patriots.
Are we apologizing to Patriots fans still? I mean, I think they've earned years of us not having to apologize for shit.
Well, I apologize to Mike Vrabel because he's done such an amazing job.
Okay, that's fine. You can apologize to Mike Vrabel.
I had this text exchange with a buddy last night. We were talking about it, and I said, has there ever, I go, in my lifetime watching football, which probably goes back to the start of like the 88 season when I was a first grader, first time I watched the Bengals lose in the Super Bowl. I said, in my whole time like following football, I've off the top of my head, and you might come up with one. This was just off the top of my head. No research, no chat GPT, nothing. I can't recall a worse move ever from Vrabel to Callahan.
Oh, from Vrabel to Callahan.
That was what I was posing my buddy. I go, can you recall a worse disaster coaching transition? And my buddy is like, well, ironically, what about Belichick to Mayo? And I was like, well, Belichick was on his way out and he was old. I'm not considering that. He'd already won a bunch. I'm talking like you replace, again, a guy who had taken your team to AFC Championship, who got a number 1 seed the next year with not that much talent, realistically. And then you replace him with the guy who doesn't call plays on the Bengals, who we all know are a disaster anyway. I was like, I can't recall.
Well, it'd be hard to come up with somebody. You like look at what we're talking about. We're talking about a guy who I'm assuming at one point was like coach of the year, obviously a great head coach, whatever. I think if you were having this conversation and you didn't the second part of this choice for the Titans wasn't a guy who's never coached, a Nepo baby who never had any qualifications to coach. Like if they were like, oh, and then we replaced Vrabel with, bad coach X that some offensive coordinator or some has been coach. Oh, we went from Mike Vrabel to Mike McCarthy. You're like, oh, okay, but it went from Mike Vrabel to Andy Ruther, essentially.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I in my lifetime, I can't think of a worse decision as a franchise. I mean, they're trending to get the number 1 pick again.
Yeah.
That's another question. Can you recall when is the last time a team had the number 1 pick 2 years in a row? After they drafted
has to have happened.
After they've drafted their quote unquote franchise quarterback?
Has to have happened. Feel like it has happened to your team. Am I crazy?
Bengals have been close. I wonder about the Browns too. Let's look it up. Okay. Yep. The usual suspects. It's unbelievable. Take a guess. It's unbelievable.
The 3
Browns,
teams that have,
Bengals, Lions.
I was going to say in the Lions.
Unreal. Browns had the number 1 pick in 2017 and 2018. Wait. No. 4 years in a row? And in 2019? So 3 years in a row?
Who did the Browns?
The Bengals had the number 1 pick 2008 and 2009. No, this doesn't seem right. Lions 2009, 2000. This doesn't seem right because no.
You chat GPTing this, Andy, or is it?
Yeah, I had put it in.
You got to make sure you put number 1 overall pick. Chat GPT you got to talk to. It's like being in a relationship with a psycho girlfriend. Like you need to be very careful with your words.
Yeah, Google was way off. I don't know what Google was talking about. So no, we're back down the modern era. We're back down to the Bengals and Browns. The Browns drafted Myles Garrett in 2017, Baker in 2018. The Bengals, Big Daddy Wilkinson, what a bust in 94, followed up by the Kajana Carter bust in 95.
Mm-hmm.
And then before that, you're going back to the 30s and 40s. So still, the point is we're looking at history when the Titans do this, when they end up being, and that's all I was saying was like, what a debacle that you see there versus what is happening in New England with Mike Vrabel. All right, so that's what we have in our confidence. We have the top 2 reversed. But how can you possibly have more confidence in the Bills in the playoffs when they've shown they just can't beat the Chiefs?
Because the way the Chiefs are playing right now offensively is like, and I know they played a tough defense yesterday, but this is something that they've overcome and they've overcome and they've overcome the last couple of years. And as much as I believe in Patrick Mahomes and as much as I believe in Andy Reid, like you just talked about it with the 1-score games. It's like they're winning all these 1-score games and then they're losing all these 1-score games. It just feels like the Chiefs' offensive problems have been something that they've overcome for so long. And it just feels like we're at the point where now they might not overcome it. And I have more confidence in the Bengals getting there, the Bills getting, I'm not saying having all of a sudden having an elite defense, but just fixing some defensive problems than I do the Chiefs all of a sudden being able to have a high-powered offense.
Let's see real quick, because I am confident without even looking at their schedule. The Chiefs are going to make the playoffs. I mean, they got some easy ones. Yeah. Next week won't be easy. Home against the Colts, they'll be favored though. At the Cowboys, they'll be favored. Home against the Texans, they'll be favored. Home against the Chargers, they've already lost to, but they'll be favored. Home against they're gonna be favored in every game the rest of the way. I just look my take is this. Everybody's like almost out on them, and I find it laughable because again, you just got to get in. It's a different animal.
I'm not, and that's the thing. I'm not out. I have them. They're 5-5. They're sitting out of the playoffs right now, and I have them as my second most confident team in the AFC.
Yeah. No. We aren't. I'm saying, but like the people on these awful AIDS programs. That's what it's AIDS. It's AIDS and cancer. These awful programs where let's fill airtime and talk about bullshit. By the way, that contract is settled. I don't know if you saw YouTube TV and Disney.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, they did settle it before the weekend.
Oh wow, there you go.
So I can sleep better now. I actually don't really care. All right, NFC then. Let's do our NFC confidence.
Okay. I'm going Rams, Eagles, Bucks.
All right. Wow, we're gonna probably do the same. I was definitely gonna go Rams, Eagles. I will go.
Who would be my next most confident? Not an NFC North team. Not an NFC. Not an NFC South team.
And Sam Darnold did Sam Darnold things yesterday. That's why you can't go with the Seahawks. 4 picks.
So
I like it.
Teams. Okay.
I'll insert the Packers though. I'll go Rams, Eagles, Packers. Even though the Packers have not impressed me.
Again, Packers have not been impressive, including yesterday. Although luckily yesterday they got to play Jameis, and I sat there.
I mean,
I sat here the whole time. I'm hanging out at Calabrese's house. He's got friends over. One of his buddies was here. A big college football guy. He's like, you and Ruther like talk college football at all on the show? I was like, not really. We both kind of like over the college football thing. And end of the game, I go, I guarantee you this game ends on a Jameis pick. I guarantee it. I was like, this drive ends in a pick. And the pick, I was like, I'm a genius. Tony was like, I don't know if you're a genius. I think you just watch a lot of football. And I was like, I know, but like, I said this on the show on Thursday. The game only ends one way. The game ends with a Jameis pick. Oh, it wasn't on him. It was on Jalen Hyatt. Cool. They got the ball back. He strip sack fumble. The last 2 Giants offensive plays were Jameis Winston turnovers. You can break that down however you want. The last 2 plays in the Giants football game on offense were Jameis Winston turnovers. The end.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, obviously I had it on too. I was like, it was one of my games, and I was like, okay, they're driving. Can he actually tie it up here at the end? Nope.
Classic but not. They get stopped short of the sticks. It was always going to end with a Jameis interception, and then it was, get the ball back, turnover coming, strip sack, Jameis. Every Jameis Winston game ends the same way.
I'm looking at our boy. I can't resist. Looking at our boy's Twitter feed.
Oh, who cares?
I know. I'm intrigued though from a mental illness standpoint. I legit, I mean, I'm not saying this sarcastically. I think there's a legit mental illness problem with sports fans at this point. Like I'm talking like the Homer fandom to me, it really does. It evolves into like you're mentally ill. People that are functioning in society, that are maybe even successful in society, like people who like, I'm like, what is wrong with you? So I know somebody I had made a bet with that I know very well. I said my Venmo is this after the Bengals game yesterday. Well, it's not over. They're not winning the division. Well, you don't know. But this is not sarcasm. This is in a group chat, by the way. Whereas somebody else in the group chat texted me, "What's wrong with him? They're 3-7. Their upcoming schedule, Patriots, Bills, Ravens. Like this is laughable."
See, you got to go the Joe Prano method with that. Like, what's the bet for? $100?
It's $100. Just pay me $100 now.
Here you go. I'll let you out right now for 99. And it's just like, hey man, I'm helping you out. Saving you $1, but you just got to take your L right now. Take your L right now, save $1. Or you can be delusionally proud and pay me $1 extra.
No, I want the whole damn thing. I want that whole hundy. Just $1. I don't care. Cool. You want to wait till the season's over? You want to wait till the betting lines are off the books? Whatever week that is? Cool. But again, like everyone's like the mental illness of some of these people.
I know, Andy. I mean, I'm no exception. I see what Jackson Dart did for the Giants. I said he might be a franchise QB, and so I'm just the same as everybody else. Just my blind spots are just like the people.
You never let it die.
My blind spots are just like the people who believed in fucking who the fuck ever. Carson Wentz. Oh, my blind spots are the same as the people who believed in Kirk Cousins.
Well, it seems like we have mostly a consensus on who we like, but it totally isn't anything is possible. I got this weird. I'm just gonna say right now, I don't know, and not that I have faith in them. I just got this weird like Ravens thing going on in my head too, of like they were so bad defensively, and they're starting to turn it around, and there's still 7 games left, and in my head I'm like, what if they all get healthy? What if the defense continues to improve? Like, it's almost the reason I'm saying this, it's almost better, in my opinion, that they fly under the radar. It just it might alleviate some pressure on Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they're going to go far, but like, I don't know. I obviously I still have them to win the division. I think you do too at this point.
And do you think that that's the issue, is the pressure on Lamar Jackson? Like, he couldn't handle the pressure? Because here's what it comes down to for me. This is all good and theoretical and whatever, but at some point in the playoffs, unless you have the best defense and the best running game, you're going to have to take the ball, drive downfield, get a score, win the game, tie the game, force overtime. Lamar Jackson has not proven capable of doing that.
I agree.
In the playoffs.
I know.
And this can be a great transition into the talk of the Sunday night game last night. The Lions need to cut bait today. Today. Every day you wait, you go further. The Lions don't believe in Jared Goff. Dan Campbell doesn't believe in Jared Goff. Jared Goff doesn't believe in Jared Goff. Jared Goff is on. Sean McVay doesn't believe in Jared Goff. There was multiple plays in that game. And then we saw 0 for 5 on fourth downs in the first 3 quarters, an NFL record. And why did they have so many fourth downs they went for? Because on so many of the third downs, they were like, we're just going to cut this to a 4th and 2. We're going to cut this to a 4th and 3 because we're going to go for it. When we can have 2, then we have options. But what we're not going to do is we're not just going to let Jared Goff make a play on 3rd down. Jared Goff, 0 for when pressured. That's right. 0 completions when pressured. 2 sacks when pressured. Jared Goff ain't that guy. And every single day that the Lions pretend he is or pretend that they believe in him, even though they don't, they're wasting time.
Well, let me, and you texted me during the game last night what you just said, basically. Let me put a little devil's.
One of their fourth downs was on the goal line. You hated it, but you hated it because it was the 5th one or the 4th one of the.
Well, that was my problem was at a certain point, it's a low scoring defensive game. And I said, you're missing opportunity. If you kick 2 field goals in some of these instances, you got 6 points. Like,
yeah. And I didn't mind that one because, it's a low scoring defensive game and you're making them go 97 yards or whatever it is. But from 3rd and goal from the 3 or the 5 or whatever it was, for you to run the ball, you're just saying, just FYI, I don't believe in Jared Goff. We don't believe in his ability to make a play. Ever. We're going to sneak attack a run from 3rd and goal from the 5, and then we're going to go for it anyway, and then we're going to put the ball in Jared Goff's hands. So in some regard, obviously, I think it was a smart play is to have them backed up to their own 3-yard line. But also, you don't go for it on 4th down if you know there's a 0% chance that you're going to get it. And there was a 0% chance that you were going to get it because you didn't even believe in your chances of getting it on 3rd down because you don't believe in Jared Goff.
Well, here's the thing. If you watch Lions games, that's not that's what they do because they go for it on 4th a lot. They run the ball a lot of times on 3rd downs because obviously they have 2 great running backs. They got to,
and also they don't believe in their quarterback.
I mean, look, we don't believe in their quarterback.
They don't believe in their quarterback.
So why'd they pay him?
They don't believe in him anymore.
I mean, they pretty much re-signed him.
You don't believe in your quarterback if you have 3rd and goal at the 5 going in for a chance to tie the game and you run the ball. You don't believe in your quarterback.
I mean, he's on a contract extension last May.
The Eagles, when they have 3rd and 5 and they go run the ball to get it to 4th and 1 so that they could go tush push, they don't believe in their quarterback. But guess what? Their defense is much better. Their running back is much better. They have receivers that they can just do the fuck it and chuck it to. They have proven that they can exist in a game where they don't fucking trust their quarterback and they win the Super Bowl. The Lions don't trust their quarterback and can't win the Super Bowl because they don't trust their quarterback because they shouldn't trust their quarterback.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with you on some of this.
Okay.
I think the Eagles believe in Jalen Hurts. They give him a lot of money. Same thing. Again, he's been in 2 Super Bowls. He's won 1. He's won a Super Bowl MVP. I think they believe in Jalen Hurts. They also know he doesn't have to do as much as some of these guys, right? He doesn't. And I'm not even calling him a game manager. I'm calling it what it is. He doesn't have to do as much. He just doesn't. I think they believe in him. I think the Lions wrongfully believe in Jared Goff. They might not be showing it with the play calling. I don't know.
Here's the thing. You can say whatever you want and you can act however you want. You can do whatever. But the proof is there. There's not a play in a situation like that where Bill Belichick goes 3rd and goal from the 5 going for a we're going to do a draw.
Well, I agree.
We're going to hand it off. Because they're like, let's put the ball in our best player's hands. Here's the thing. I would argue that teams whose quarterback isn't their best player is a roster build that's flawed. Not saying you can't win with it, but your best offensive player isn't your quarterback.
Yeah. Look, I mean, you and I all along have said that about Goff after seeing him up close and in person all those
Yeah,
years
but I'm
in
just
LA.
saying the Lions are full on frauds. This whole thing we did the last couple of years, the Lions, you guys don't believe in the Lions. I'm done having the conversation of humoring you guys
That's fair. That's
about
fair.
the Lions. I'm done humoring you about the Lions. The Lions aren't as good as the Eagles. The Lions aren't as good as the Rams. The Lions aren't as good as the Bucks. The Lions aren't as good as the Seahawks. The Lions aren't as good as the Packers. The Lions aren't as good. The Lions aren't good because Jared Goff stinks.
Well, I mean,
Tons of talent. Tons of talent.
I mean, all those teams you mentioned, we would put Goff. Just looking at the quarterbacks in those teams, you and I, without a doubt, put him at the bottom of the list. All 4 or 5 of those teams you just mentioned, we'd put him below. Well, I don't know. Well, let's do it. We obviously put him below Stafford. We put him below Jordan Love. We put him below Baker Mayfield. We put him below Jalen Hurts.
I put him below every quarterback in his division, with maybe the exception of J.J. McCarthy. I put him below a lot of. I put him below Dak Prescott. I put him below.
Wow, you put him below Caleb
Brock
Williams,
Purdy. Huh? Yes, I do. He's not good.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. Yeah. What about him and Sam Darnold? I put him above Sam Darnold.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Maybe. I don't know. That's where we're at. That's the conversation now. Is Jared Goff better than Sam Darnold?
Medium pizza bowl. Okay, how about this one? Because he was actually mentioned. Here's a comment as we're live on YouTube. Curious how you boys would rank the pretender QBs: Daniel Jones, Darnold, Goff, and Bo Nix. So those 4.
Let me tell you why I rank Goff the last of these.
Oh, these 4.
Here's why I rank Goff.
Jones, Darnold, Goff, and Bo Nix. Wow.
Here's why I rank him last of these 4. The other 3, and maybe again, okay, maybe Darnold. Okay. But here's why I have Bo Nix and Daniel Jones above Goff and Darnold. We don't know. We don't know. You have 2 lottery tickets, and you have the newspaper with the lottery numbers. One lottery ticket is inside a box, and you don't know whether or not the numbers match. Do you want that lottery ticket, or do you want the one you're holding that isn't a winner? Jared Goff has had every single opportunity.
He's had a lot of opportunities
to prove that he can lead a team to the Super Bowl, and he can't do it.
He's been on some very stacked teams. Very stacked teams.
And I realized at that same point, he did do it with the Rams, but he didn't do it because he went and he scored no fucking points, and he was not the reason that they got there. And that team immediately gave up on him.
Yeah. See, that's always where
Jared Goff looked pathetic last night.
Well, see, that's always my thing, is like, that's all I need to know. They go to a Super Bowl. They score 3 points. He plays 1 more year for the Rams. That's all I need to know, is that Sean McVay knew he had a Super Bowl team.
What was the final of the game last night? 19-9?
16-9.
16-9?
Yeah.
You can't score 7. I know the Eagles defense is great, but you can't score 17 points. All your running backs, all your receivers, all your whatever. The Lions defense plays fine.
They play pretty good. Yeah.
Which takes us back to the Super Bowl against the Patriots. What was the final of that game? 10-3?
13-3.
13-3?
Yeah. I mean, look, I agree. He was, is, and still is a medium pizza.
The people, the audacity of the people. Prano's blind spot. Jackson Dart. I take Jackson Dart wearing his pants on his head and his shirt on his legs in a game over Jared Goff. Who you guys like? Oh, you guys hate the Lions. You haters.
Well,
Jared Goff fucking stinks, dude.
Well, he's never had the, and I know this isn't, you can't calculate this. This is not a stat. This is just my opinion, but he's never had the quote unquote it factor. He just doesn't. There's something about him that invokes, oh, this guy's a winner. And now people will say, well, he is Ruther. He's a winner statistically, the teams he's played for. Yeah, sure. But like, again, don't forget, he's played with stacked teams. He's played with Sean McVay, Ben Johnson, who is a great play caller and is now leading his team to, a nice little season so far.
Jared Goff is a medium pizza. And yesterday, Andy, when you're on or any given Sunday of the year, when Andy Ruther's home and his wife has the kids out at the park, and Andy's sitting alone in the basement, and he's watching football, it's YouTube, and he's got his whole thing set up, and you're sitting in front of a medium pizza, you're like, damn, dog, I got medium pizzas. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna have leftovers. I'm gonna have 2 slices left over for the night game. But when you invite people over for a Super Bowl party and you bring out 1 medium pizza and it's ravaged in 3 seconds, and then people are stabbing each other trying to get more food. Jared Goff on any given Sunday afternoon is fine. Jared Goff in the playoffs, when the whole party comes to town, can't serve for the first, isn't even an appetizer.
It's a good analogy. I like it. You're right. And that's Jared Goff in the playoffs.
It's Jared Goff against good football teams.
Yeah. Again, I think the conundrum that these teams go through, all of them, is that there's only so many elite quarterbacks, so to speak, or good quarterbacks. And it's like they don't know what to do because they're still winning games. Take the Lions. They're going to an NFC championship. The next year, they're going 15-2. Even though you and I can see, we're just dudes talking sports. We're just dudes who watch it, right? We're just dudes who watch it. Even though we can see, and we've said for years.
Yeah, but guess what? Here's the other thing. Cool story. You traded Matt Stafford because you weren't winning with Matt Stafford either, because you're the fucking Detroit Lions. And then trading Matt Stafford got you all these draft picks that made you able to build this whole team. Cool. You got the team now. Find a quarterback who could win a Super Bowl.
No, I agree. But my point was, by the way, I'm not justifying. I just think they don't know. These teams don't know what to do. And the harder thing for teams to do, I mean, realistically in life, the harder thing to do is change. Change is never easy. So I think these teams, they don't know how to change. And like, let's bring up one of their division rivals. Guys, it might not work out with JJ McCarthy. We don't know. This is year 1. And obviously they're 4-6.
But they weren't like, we won 14 games. We have to go with Sam Darnold again.
Yeah, and that's my point is they knew. Kudos to them. They did make the tough decision. And I'm sure their fans are all pissed this year going, oh, look what's going on in Seattle. Look what's going on in Seattle. We saw what Sam Darnold did in a playoff game last year. He saw ghost. He reverted back to being a New York Jet. We've seen that. They made the tougher decision. JJ McCarthy might not work out, but guess what? You weren't winning playoff games with Sam Darnold. So if you're not winning playoff games with JJ McCarthy, who cares? You at least took a chance. And that's what the Lions clearly are. They're not doing. They're just going to
time is now. The time is now. It's if you don't do it for week 1 next year,
they won't. Who'll be their starting quarterback week 1 next year? And good luck, because that'll be year 2 of the Vikings with McCarthy. You'll have, obviously, Jordan Love. We see, again, they're winning games. The Bears are winning games. Seven games left, but if I pull up the standings right here, I mean, the Bears are winning that division right now.
Well, listen, the line, like Dan Campbell took over the Lions play calling with a play sheet that just says grit and go for it on 4th down. So they have Jared Goff problems, and then they also have fucking.
Oh yeah. Well, what did I always? That's the thing. Like I started giving him compliments, and I turned positively for him, and that was always my thing. I said he doesn't call plays. He's the figurehead, so to speak. He stays out of the defense. He stays out of the offense. But now he's involved. Now he's calling the plays.
And now Ben Johnson's leading the division.
And Ben Johnson's leading the division. He ain't that guy. Jared Goff ain't that guy. I'll tell you that much. And they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot.
But you know what? If there was 5 downs, we'd be really good. Because then what we could do is we could run it on 1st, get it to 1st and 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6. Jared Goff could throw an incomplete pass. We could run it on 3rd. We get it down to like 4th and 3. We run it on 4th. We get it down to 5th and 1. We run it again. If there was 5 downs in football, we'd be unstoppable. Go for it on 4th. Go for it on 5th. Grit. That's my play sheet.
Look, there's a good chance they still win that division. But
cool.
But exactly. I'm just about to say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you still got Jared Goff in the playoffs. Okay, so I was curious to see if we had Aaron Rodgers updates. Out of curiosity. A fracture. Whack-a-mole time. We knew this was going to happen, right? He's going to get injured at some point. He's just so old. By the way, I want to, you like to take credit when you call things. And this was not on air, or maybe it was. I would like to take credit. At least, definitely it was in the one of my group chats here in Cincinnati. I called it a month ago. I said the first major implosion from a Cincinnati Bengal on this season was going to be Jamar Chase. He spit on Jalen Ramsey yesterday. Jalen Ramsey punched him. I called it. Just saying. I said if anybody on the back, it's not a crazy call. It's the wide receiver, the divas. I called it.
Also, you were wrong because the first major implosion by Bengals was obviously Joe Burrow.
No, this was after Burrow's injury. I said, who's going to lose their fucking mind? I was texting with Justin Wood last night. See, I'm leaving you out of it. See, I said I wouldn't get you involved in the group chat anymore. I texted Justin just one-on-one. And he said something interesting I wanted to bring up for the show. He said I think Chase is going to be the first one on the squad to ask for a trade. I said, you're probably right, even though he just signed. Right? It's got to be the wide receiver.
Yeah.
No, what happens on these teams. I don't know, man. I don't. You look at all these teams. You look at again these divisions. Everything's just kind of so topsy turvy. I still just it goes back to the Chiefs' confidence for me. And from the NFC, I really like the Rams, man.
Defense is playing great.
Defense, coach, quarterback. And again, if I had a vote today, I understand the Drake May love. If I had a vote for MVP, right now I'm going Matthew Stafford.
Coach, quarterback, defense. They also have what a top 4 receiver in the NFL
Puka?
at worst.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, those are always tough discussions. I think there's so much parity, like with the top. Dude, you know what's so great about the Rams? I was going down a chat GPT rabbit hole last night. You talk about a fucking just a system they got running over there. They didn't have a first round pick for 8, and I knew it was a long time, 8 years. Because they traded to get Goff. They traded up. Don't forget that. Then they went all in and they made a bunch of trades to get Jalen Ramsey. People forget that. They gave up first rounders, and then they gave up the first rounders, of course, for Matthew Stafford. They didn't have a first round.
So you're saying one of the most well-run organizations in the NFL didn't have a first-round pick for 8 years, mostly because they knew first and foremost, if you don't have a franchise quarterback, you ain't shit.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
And then they do get a first rounder, and he becomes the defensive rookie of the year, Jared Goff. I'm saying, like, it's amazing, really, how well run that team is. And also goes to show, like, hey, man, we don't need first rounders. We don't need Aaron. I mean, obviously, Aaron Donald is arguably one of the best defensive players of all time. But I'm saying he retires, like, we're still going to be fine. We got Matthew Stafford. We got a coach who can turn a 5th rounder Puka into, top 5 wide receiver. So I agree. I'm real big on the Rams. Now it might come back to haunt them, that loss, which they totally had. They totally had that Eagles game, if you remember, and they basically choked it away. But that head-to-head could kill them in the seeding. Although it doesn't. I guess it does matter. A home game versus going to Philly is not easy.
Yeah.
So we finally got to see, and I watched a little bit. You probably didn't. I'm sure you didn't. We finally got to see little Shador Sanders.
I did not see any of it.
It was bad. It was bad, Prano. I got to see his first fumble live. I had it on, and then his first interception. His final stat line, he was 4 of 16 for 47 yards with a pick, 2 sacks, and a fumble, which he recovered, but not good. Not good at all. You know what's crazy about the Cleveland Browns? Deshaun Watson is still on contract. Like we just forget about Deshaun Watson. He's still under
Deshaun Watson's contract is the contract equivalent of signing the Nepo baby without experience to be your head coach. Because it's like, well, what do you think the worst contract is? Whatever. And it's like, oh, wait, do we take out the one where they paid him the most money ever as he was fighting 18 rape charges? Because then we got to take the one golden child terrible contract out of the mix. Then we can have a conversation, because that stands on an island all its own.
Yeah.
Remember when I didn't play football for a year because I was out there raping? And then you traded a whole bunch of first rounders for me and then gave me $400 million guaranteed.
I stand by what I said when he got hurt. I don't think he plays another down in the NFL. Who's picking him up?
I don't know. The Detroit Lions?
But even as a backup, like you don't want that. You don't want to bring that. By the way, Stafford, I'm looking right now. Stafford has jumped. He's jumped Drake May in the MVP odds now. They're basically neck and neck. Of course, Josh Allen has now jumped Jonathan Taylor after yesterday's game. He's pretty fucking impressive, man, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Like, he's pretty impressive. I mean, again, like, there's been these debates over the years, these QB debates, and I don't know. Like, I've kind of had him along with the Burrow, but like he's definitely been ahead of Burrow for me for the last couple seasons. And obviously Burrow gets hurt.
And Burrow has 2 great receivers.
Yeah. Exactly. If I was the Bengals, I'd trade Chase today.
Well, I think trading deadline is passed, hasn't it?
It is, but you know what I mean. Put him on a good team. Well, I'm just happy that I got this. I did get to see her.
Do good teams want him?
I don't know.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. But you know that contract will go down once they throw money the bag at somebody else. Right?
Jerry Jones like, give him to me.
I finally finished the
Lamb,
Cowboys.
Pickens.
I finally finished that
Chase.
doc. I finally finished it. Bro, that was like that Cowboys doc took me like 2 months. I was like, oh, I'll just get back to it. I'll get back to it. It's great because the last episode is they show like they had such high hopes on that Cowboys team that got their ass smacked by the Packers a couple years ago in the playoffs in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
And so the cameras are following them around for that. And I'm just laughing.
Oh, you're saying the team 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was like
Takes them all the way to present day, basically.
Yeah, they basically did. And then Stephen Jones was getting all emotional, and he was like, my kids, dad's grandkids are never gonna get to see. They might not ever get to see the team in the Super Bowl. And I'm like I'm getting like annoyed watching it. I'm like, yeah, because you dipshits are calling the shots. Like, what are you getting all emotional crying, bro? It's because of you and your dad. Like, that's why. That's why your kids are never going to get to see the Cowboys in Super Bowl. Because of you. You think you know football. You hired a coach, and by the way, that was him. That was like him who was pushing for that. You hired a coach who was literally on nobody's radar. Dude, there's like a thing in it, Prano, like on the last episode where like Stephen Jones is telling Jerry, he's like basically like, Dad, like he's like, nowadays it's not about like the gut feeling. It's like analytics like matter, and like he's like trying to like basically like tell him like X's and O's matter and all this other stuff when picking guys, and I'm just like, but then you guys hired like Schottenheimer was on no one's radar. But of course, you know, it ends, and they are accurate. It ends with basically a positive spin of like the modern day NFL, which is true. Oh, so much. It's more from money and marketing. Like the Cowboys Jerry thought outside the box on all these brand deals and all this other stuff. And it created just the whole thing that is the NFL now. And to be fair, like he did, like he was the centerpiece for the modern game that we now basically have ritualized on multiple days of the week. It's so important to watch these games, or people view it, or like the household does it, whatever, which is fair. But again, those teams, and that's kind of part of the whole discussion, is like those teams, I'll still argue, well, those were Jimmy Johnson's teams, man.
And you know what's funny? You brought up the Vrabel thing. It's like, I know they won another Super Bowl after that, but there's an argument for you could have 12.
Yeah. Well, they asked them that at the end. They ask all, you know, they get all the main guys on throughout the documentary, and they ask Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin. I forget if they asked Dion, but how many more Super Bowls? And Aikman and Emmitt Smith, they weren't like cocky or anything. They're like, I don't know, man. You never know what can happen. Michael Irvin was adamant. He goes, we win 5 in a row if Jimmy stays. He's like, I am just adamant. We win 5 in a row. Add 2 more. I just think we were just such a team, not just the skill players, right? They just such a squad.
Well, it goes Cowboys,
Niners,
Cowboys.
yeah.
And then, I mean, that Niners team, like that was the Dion.
Yeah.
Does Dion leave if Jimmy Johnson's there and the whole like, and then the fifth one, I don't know who's the next one after that, but
Would that have been a Packers?
Packers
Against the Patriots?
sounds about right.
Yeah. I heard Brett Favre was halftime of that. He was stealing money from the Salvation Army. In between sending dick pics. I believe that was in a dome, right?
Yes.
Packers paid. Was that in Atlanta?
Yeah. Was it in Atlanta? It was definitely in a dome.
It would have been Atlanta or
New Orleans.
I think we wouldn't know if it was New Orleans since he's kind of from that area. Brett Favre's the classic. Like I love like these dipshits who do like steal, and it's always like, he's just dumb. I'm like, well, you know, if you're stealing,
Yeah.
like you know the difference. Like my 2-year-old knows the difference between right and wrong. Is there Manning cast tonight? Do we know?
I don't know.
Let's talk about this Draymond Green thing.
All right.
Unless there was something else you wanted to.
No. I mean,
on.
I don't think so. As far as the NFL, I mean, we have any other outstanding games that needed to be discussed?
Yeah, not off the top of my head. I mean, again, tough week for our picks. No, I'm not. I literally didn't care about the early game in Madrid. Panthers Falcons was a dud. Falcons are a mess, by the way. Penix hurt again. You got to deal with Cousins. Now 3-7. And by the way, I don't know if he would have worked out given what we know now about his insane girlfriend. But again, Falcons, it came down. We do know it came down to Belichick and Raheem Morris. And you decide to go with the guy who's won nothing versus the guy who had 6 Super Bowls. Again, I'm not saying Belichick would have turned around Atlanta. I would have probably gone for the guy who's won 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Not the guy who's won nothing. So I don't know. I don't think there's anything else, really.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Right now, if you're the University of North Carolina and the Atlanta Falcons, who says no to a head coach trade?
Ooh.
Nobody says no. They're like, better. They'd both rather just switch it up.
The first ever college NFL trade. I have no clue. I saw Belichick didn't shake. I just saw the video. It wasn't a good look. He didn't shake the coach's hands. I believe it was their last game. Let's see what they are. What is the record? They're 4-6. They lost to Wake Forest. Yeah, that's a mess, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I want to talk about this Draymond Green versus the fan. This is so pathetic, in my opinion. Draymond Green. So let's I'll just play the clip. Draymond Green got into it with a fan during the Warriors game. Here's the clip.
And now, wait a minute. Let's get Draymond. Draymond's talking to a fan over there.
Yeah, he must have said something.
He crossed the line with something he said.
Where was that game?
Are they in? Is this home jerseys? Oh, who are they playing? The Pelicans.
Okay.
Right?
I was gonna say, what's Fat Sam Bradford doing there?
So we have crazy ass Sam Bradford, who's a dirtball. Now we have fat Sam. Yeah, it was in New Orleans. Okay, so you're like, what would you thinking? Oh, what offensive? He must have said something really fucked up shit, right? Well, here's Draymond Green saying what was said to him
in the second quarter with that fan.
He just kept calling me a woman.
Wait, he kept calling you a woman? You had to confront a guy because he kept calling you a woman.
Oh, it was a good joke at first, but you can't keep calling me a woman. Four kids, one on the way. Can't keep calling me a woman.
So he's just praying there. He says, I have 4 kids. You can't keep calling me a woman.
Women can't have 4 kids?
Yeah, seriously.
I think it's important to know that you're mentally weak if you just can't.
Oh my God. You are.
Like, you know what, guys? Come to New Brunswick, New Jersey on Thursday. Say whatever you want. You know, I'm not going to get in your face.
You might
a professional.
You might post the video on YouTube. Comedian destroys heckler who calls him woman.
He got quiet though, so it was fine.
You can say, what did he say?
I don't think he got quiet. He was right by. He was like right in your face. He wasn't backing down, Draymond.
Say when you got over it?
Well, he was talking at first, and then you get a little closer, and he didn't really say much else. But it's fine. We move on.
What is it?
Yeah, he just kept calling me a woman's name. I am not. So I was like, well,
Official came over. I mean, were you guys discussing?
Yeah, he just told me I got it. I've heard him over and over and over again. You've handled it well. Don't get yourself in no trouble. I'll take care of it. Courtney was great.
How'd he do with that disrespect on the road?
First of all, like, guys, he wasn't saying derogatory. He was calling him Angel Reese, which, by the way, I think is a hilarious dig. He's basically saying all you're doing is getting rebounds and getting your own rebounds. Which, again, I think it's kind of a clever diss. He's calling you Angel Reese. He's not saying I fucked your wife. He's not saying fuck your kids. He's calling you a female WNBA player.
Unless, of course, Angel Reese fucked his wife. And then I guess maybe he would be.
I love it. I love disrespect on the road because, we win a lot. Not this year, we haven't won a lot. But we usually win a lot on the road. So quiet in a home crowd is always fun.
So over
this
Draymond.
crowd wasn't too loud to begin with.
Okay.
This is
Joe,
the second best. This is the second best Draymond Green thing from the week. The other one was just Wemby just dunking on him after he was harassing him. Draymond Green saying back in the day, I'd have shut down Shaq, and the whole world's like, dude, Wemby just fucking dunked on you.
Yeah, but dude, I've never seen a more pathetic, way to get someone to get under your skin. He kept calling you a female. There's a million things you could say. Again, that are like mean-spirited. He can call you Angel Reese all game. Like, It's next level soft in my opinion. Like next level.
Well, he's always been next level soft.
But like you've built this entire career as like a defensive guy, which are normally considered like the tough, hard-nosed players. But you're actually the exact opposite. And now every time you go play, somebody's going to be calling you Angel.
Yeah, this is going to be the new dildo on the court.
I was thinking about that today. What happened to the dildos, man?
Well, I think WNBA season's over.
No, but they were starting to chuck them everywhere, man. They made some NFL games. They made some college appearances.
We need to bring it back. We need to start writing Angel Reese on dildos and throwing them at Draymond Green.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's pathetic, bro. It's embarrassing. And again, we've said it forever. Like, he obviously, he had his role, but go put his career when he doesn't have those players. Put him on the Bobcats or just some random team. Like, what is your career, man? It's nothing. You were on some stacked teams. Is basically what it was. Did you have a late night last night?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You're a little tired, man.
I mean, it's early here for me.
It's 11:30.
I'm still on California time a little bit. We've just been like nonstop.
That's exhausting.
Yeah. Different place, staying in a different place every night. Yesterday was also just football, drinking, eating all day.
When do you head back?
Sunday.
Yeah, man. I hate the I know we talk about it a million times. I just hate the time for these games versus the West Coast.
It's unbelievable. I mean, no joke. Yesterday, the end of the Chiefs Broncos game, I was like, I'm furious. This isn't Sunday Night Football. Sun's down.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're at a point in California where sun's not going down a whole lot after the 1:00 games end.
Yeah.
But it's next level when the games start at 4. I was like, it's 7:38 p.m. This isn't Sunday Night Football. This is ludicrous.
I know, man. Trust me.
And then you got to stick around and watch all the way to the end of Sunday Night Football. Just watch Jared Goff take another sack, throw another football into the ground. Don't know. I'm like, this is what I stayed up for. The Jared Goff is dog shit show.
That pass interference call was pretty bad, though. At the end,
The pass interference call was terrible.
it's pretty bad.
Pass interference call was terrible, but pretty sure the game was over anyway because Jared Goff didn't make a single important completion in the entire football game. So there's that.
What do you think? What do you think Detroit Lions Reddit is saying?
Dan Campbell play calling or some shit.
I'm just saying if there's any great post. Oh, you guys are coming for Campbell now. I should start reviewing.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. When you talk about the delusion, it's always like we'd be fine, but, and no one wants to ever face, like when you say we'd be fine if we just had a quarterback, you're basically saying, well, we're every other team in the NFL. So they're never going to do that, even though that was the Dan Campbell last night, and the 4th down calls were atrocious. He's never like you knew they were doomed when Dan Campbell's like, I'm taking over the play calling. And then he's just got like a Chili's menu. play calling be damned last night. Like, there's multiple. I mean, how many plays in the game was it just like throw behind a guy off his foot, throw to the ground? Like, how many passes are you going to throw just into the ground? 4th and 5, pass into the ground. 4th and 5, pass off of somebody. That's the other thing with, going back to the delusional, like Jameis 1 of 1. Like, Jameis threw 6 picks yesterday. Just 5 of them were dropped.
Bro, the last post. The last post, Prado.
This is on Lions Reddit.
Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. It's complete opposite of everything you ranted. This is the post. This is the headline 7 minutes ago. There is no conversation that needs to be had about Jared Goff. This was his first poor game of the entire season, and it was against the Super Bowl champion defense with a decimated offensive line. These people are insane. I love when they go into that. Even with this being his worst game of the season, he still only committed 1 turnover.
That's not true. That's not true. It is called a turnover on downs. Turnover on downs. The word turnover precedes the words on downs. You turn the ball over on downs. Over 5 in the first 3 quarters on downs because you can't complete a pass. So he had 8 turnovers in the game.
Somebody wrote, Jared Goff is a good bridge quarterback, and the team will need to look for a successor. 3 downvotes. I'm telling you, man. The Reddit of these Reddits for fan bases. You can't say anything negative about these teams. It's all a bunch of crazies. Mentally ill. Hotline. Lions fans, chime in. What's going through your head right now? Where are you at? What's your takes on Jared Goff? 859-832-0478. Who would you rather see at quarterback? Would you want to see him draft somebody? I mean, they're not going to have a top 10 pick. I don't know. He ain't that guy, though. Joe, will you be at New Brunswick?
I will.
New Jersey?
On Thursday, November 20th. Also
Okay.
the 21st and the 22nd. And then all next week in Vegas at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club. So and tonight, 3 shows at the Stand. So tonight, 3 shows at the Stand. No shows Tuesday, Wednesday as of right now. Thursday, New Brunswick, headlining. Friday and Saturday in New Brunswick with Rocky Dale Davis. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No show Thursday next week because it's Thanksgiving. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Brad Garrett's Comedy Club in Vegas. Those are your opportunities to see me if you're in New York, New Jersey, or Las Vegas, Nevada, just in the next 2 weeks. Come out and see a show.
Cool. All right, guys. That's our show.
If you pay me extra in a meet and greet, we can do a Jared Goff photo where I take my beer and I throw it at your feet. And you blame the club owner or something. I don't know.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Brad Garrett just with a laminated sheet. Throw it at his feet. Brad Garrett should play Dan Campbell in the horror movie about Jared Goff.
He'd be great, man.
Yeah.
He'd be a perfect fit for that.
Come on, Ray.
All right, guys. That's the show. Thanks for sticking with us. We'll see you on Friday. And as always, stay dirty.